Alright, today we are exploring a new character once more. Who the fuck is this? When at first I saw Wick, I thought he was talking about John Wick. Clearly this ain't no John Wick. He's saying Wick, the Lord of Colors. I've never heard of this character ever before. Let's get into it. I don't know if he's from anime, from Marvel, DC. I have no idea, bro. But I'm up for it. I saw the thumbnail. I was like, yo, this look nice. Anyway, let's hop into this.
Colors. In the beginning, before...
What the fuck? Is this not connected? Okay. Connected.
Empires rose before king...
Alright, I don't have any fucking sound, though. Oh, yeah. I have it.
Kings bled for crowns before...
Right.
The Lord of Colors. In the beginning, before empires rose, before kings bled for crowns, before the hollow chorus of civilization, there was Wick, a god carved from living light, a prism of divine arrogance. His presence bent reality like a child bending paper. And the thing about gods is that when people lose faith, they put faith in another, but he'll make them all bleed in every color. Wick isn't a symbol, he's the entity behind scripture itself. In ancient times, he and his god brothers shaped early creation. Their actions became parables, their punishments became holy warnings. Their war carved into the very foundations of religion. When Wick turned on the others, they sealed him in a colorless void, a prison stripped of form, sound, and time. And he endured all of it. Centuries later, Julian opened the tomb.
This is a comic, but
tore
what
the
comic
world's
is this?
oldest wound wide open, and Wick emerged with radiance spilling from his skin and contempt sitting heavy on his eyes. He declares himself to be his Lord and his God.
I am Wick, the Father of Colors. I am the Lord, your God. You freed me from... Are you... you are speaking... What?
And the true God the Father from the Bible. He saw a species that had grown soft
Hey,
on
bro, you
borrowed
can't be
faith.
saying that.
He announced himself as the Father of Colors, the God who forged language, the one who stood behind the biblical God that mortals once were.
I'm seeing why he's calling the Lord of Colors, you know, because you can say that humans comes in different colors, and I'm not talking about skin colors. I'm talking about within a human, everybody has a different color to them. The Lord of Color. I see the wordplay out here. Yeah. I'm smart,
Wick doesn't
bro.
display strength through struggle. His power bends everything beneath it. With just a single thought, he was able to levitate millions and let them fall like broken glass,
Wait, why?
crushing the city beneath their weight. Every plane flying at midnight plummets to
What
the
the fuck
ground in
wrong with
perfect synchronization. He was the one that burned Sodom and Gomorrah. He goes on to explain that the
I don't know what
story
that
of
is.
Noah was a lie. He didn't flood the earth because it was ravaged in sin. He just wanted to see what it would look like. He says that he is the
This ain't no
asteroid
fucking God. This ain't no fucking God. This is a child, bro. What the fuck?
or the dinosaurs. He declares extinction as if it's a natural event. This is the
What
God
the hell
humanity
is wrong
once
with
feared
him?
in silence, a being who never needed to be proven to be real. His actions carved themselves through history. Wick doesn't
What a
cross
dickhead,
distances,
bro.
distance collapses around him. He vanishes in waves of swirling colors, appearing across cities in a blink of an eye. He stepped from Earth to the sun as easily as mortals cross a hallway. Time doesn't flow around him.
Hey,
it
some
just bends
people
to
do
his
have a
will.
hard time crossing hallways. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've seen some people be out of breath while I'm just saying, though.
And when he moves, the world reacts afterward. Wick spent centuries in a void where nothing touched him.
But
No
why
decay,
was he
no
there?
erosion, no change. Absolutely nothing can touch him. His existence is beyond damage. His form stands outside of mortality, untouched by time or weapons. Wick doesn't fight, he commands. He is claimed to have created language itself, shaping the very words that humanity used to build religion. The hands that gave them nations and identity. And he doesn't control matter through strength. He just simply rewrites it. Entire cities bend to his will. He erases
Why is he
humans
in
with
a suit? Whoa! What comic is
no
this?
resistance. He
This is
manipulates
hella graphic, bro. What the fuck? This is mad graphic. What comic is this?
its perception until fear becomes worship. He opens rifts in space, traversing through cosmic bodies in a breath. He faces his god brothers, proving his power isn't myth. but a
Okay, so he got brothers. But I'm not gonna lie, he sounds like a child, bro. Like, come on, you did stop believing in you, so you went to force faith on them. Come on, bro. That's not how that shit works. You gotta wait for them to come back to you. That's how, at least that's how I see it. What the hell? This is just a child with incredible powers. That's
that
what I'm
other
seeing.
divine beings must confront. Wick speaks miracles into existence, and he speaks reality into obedience. At a bare minimum, he can end the world. At his peak, he can shape the very foundations of reality itself.
Yeah.
This is the same being whose actions became divine law, whose wrath became scripture, whose silence became religion.
Damn.
Wick embodies colors,
hard,
language,
bro.
and judgment. His domain isn't land, territory, or a single world. His power is embodied in the structure of meaning. His
I don't know what
imprisonment in
this
the
is
colorless
from.
void proves his existence is beyond normal reality. His journey to the sun shows mastery over cosmic barriers. His manipulation of languages reaches into architecture of creation. And his claims to be God himself means the entire
I mean, I wouldn't
universe
say
is
he's
under.
God himself, since he has brothers, you know what I'm saying, which are also gods. So it's kind of shaky. Like, he's contradicting himself. You know
His
what I'm saying?
will.
And he got sealed. So I'm not sure if you got for it. Like, God wouldn't get sealed. You know what I'm saying?
Wick's power is overwhelming, but his ego is a crack in his divine shell. He performs destruction like theater. He craves awe. He plays with humanity instead of crushing it outright.
Yeah, you see, that's just a child with incredible powers. That's all I'm seeing. It's a child that wants attention and people to revere him. That's all I'm seeing. He's not a god. Like, he's not above his. He has emotion, and he's definitely not above them.
God
He has
brothers have the power to
desires, and he's
confront and
definitely
imprison
not
him
above
again, and he needs to be seen when he creates. Wick is the God the
He just
world
wants
pretended
attention,
was
basically.
merciful, the being who stood behind the burning bush, the plague, and the flood. The stories were softened, but the truth never changed. He is the force behind the myth. He walks through cities as they crumble. He speaks and the world obeys. He doesn't promise redemption. He doesn't offer paradise. His existence alone is the final word. As he says himself, I am Wick, the father of colors,
He is
the
a
Lord and your
dickhead,
God.
bro.
And you have freed me from my prison. When those words stretch across the bones of creation's prayers turn to ash, the God of the Bible steps out of the text, and humanity realizes what it's been worshiping all along. Overall, Wick would scale to universal with immeasurable speed.
Universal. Look. Oh, he's from the Bible? I'm so lost. I'm actually confused. I've never. What? Okay.
And shout out to yours truly who sent 50 to sponsor this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. In the end, Wick is the God beneath the myth, the power behind the prayer, the deity humanity shaped into something gentle, only to face
confused.
the original wrath centuries later. Because when the God of colors gets slightly bored, scripture already tells you to fear the Lord. What's up, guys? It's Divine.
Bro, Divine and his bars, bro. Divine and his bars, bro. Divine and his bars, bro. God damn, yo, he's good at that. He's really good at that. But all right, I'm still very much confused as to where this guy come from, because I've never heard of him before. Mind you, I'm super into mythology, comics, and all of that, anime, mythology, history, and all that. I'm a big fan of those things, and I've never heard of him. I've never heard of him. It's so I don't know. I'm very much confused. But like I said, this man ain't no guy. He's just a child with powers, and that craves attention and worship from humans. That's all I saw from this video. He's a dickhead. That's really what I saw. All I saw is a dickhead in action, bro. That's all it is.